Good evening. Welcome to VC3 News and Sports for Monday, September 30th, 2024. I am Shadane McLean. Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Ralph Gonsalves is calling on more international countries across the world to assist St. Vincent and the Grenadines in their relief aftermath recovery. Addressing the United Nations General Assembly in New York on Friday, September 27th, the Prime Minister spoke about the adverse destruction of Hurricane Beryl in the country in July.
I'm appealing to the international community, our dear friends, to assist us, not with further burdensome loans, but with requisite grants. The recovery and reconstruction after every natural disaster increased sharply our debt burden. Countries like ours have contributed little or nothing to global warming and man-made climate change, yet we suffer largely alone on the front lines. This cannot be fair. It cannot be just. Do we have to choose death or debt? DEATH or DEBT? Which one we have to choose?
Dr. Gonsalves added that since the dawn of the 21st century, Hurricane Beryl is the 12th significant natural disaster to have struck the island.
Hurricane Beryl has adversely affected 1/5 of our population and has caused economic damage amounting to 1/3 of our country's gross domestic product. The relief, recovery, and reconstruction processes are underway. On behalf of the government and people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I thank all countries and organizations, including the United Nations, that have come to our aid in the aftermath of the hurricane. Unfortunately, for the recovery and rebuilding processes, we are essentially on our own. We have had to seek significant loans to rebuild our physical infrastructure and 5,000 houses, to provide income support for affected persons, and to mobilize production support for the agricultural, fishing, and tourism industries.
Prime Minister further expressed his concerns with the developed international countries who are the major emitters of greenhouse gases.
Have failed and or refused to keep their solemn commitments of restricting the global temperature at below 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Unless there are drastic alterations in the patterns of consumption, production, life, and living in developed and large emerging economies, our planet is inexorably on a path to a proverbial hell in a handbasket.
The new hospital that is being constructed in Annesville will be the best hospital in the Southern and Eastern Caribbean. This is according to the Minister of Finance, Camilla Gonsalves, on We FM Issue at Hand program on Sunday.
In terms of the equipment, in terms of the infrastructure, and hopefully in terms of also the quality of the care that it delivers. And we will get increased people coming here for that level of care. Additionally, we anticipate that more people will stay here, because one of the very important things that came out of the analysis was how much money, the analysis by the World Bank, was how much money is spent every year by people going overseas for medical care. The government spends over $20 million assisting people, cancer, various surgeries that they can't get here, other chronic issues that need further analysis. A lot of those people are going to stay in country.
Meanwhile, Minister of Finance Camilla Gonsalves said that the construction of the new modernization port in Kingstown is progressing very well. During his appearance on We FM, Minister Gonsalves, however, noted that the project has faced major setbacks due to the passage of Hurricane Beryl, which wreaked havoc on the country in July.
The setbacks were less severe than we feared. So the port has survived its first test. When the seawall was being built, they told us that it would be able to survive swells from a Category 5 hurricane. Obviously, what Beryl hit us with in Kingstown was not even a Category 4. Maybe it was a Category 2 or 3 when it was hitting Kingstown. But the elements of the quay wall that have been completed were completely unscathed. There was absolutely no damage. Where we did have some setbacks, or one or two containers got swept out to sea. And there was some equipment on port that was damaged. And then in the building that is currently erected on the site, the main building that is there, the windows weren't in, it was boarded up. There was some damage caused by the storm inside that building, but nothing serious.
The Ministry of Education will embark on a series of stakeholder consultation and sensitization sessions to garner feedback on the first draft of a new curriculum, which will soon be fully implemented in primary schools here and across the OECS region. This new curriculum is referred to as the Digital OECS Harmonized Primary Curriculum, or DOHPC, and is scheduled to be micro-piloted soon in 15 primary schools across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The new curriculum is being developed under the OECS Program for Educational Advancement and Relevant Learning, OECS PUL, and Curriculum Focal Points. The DOHPC will be crucial for ensuring that our primary school students receive the best possible learning experience, preparing them for further learning and living. The ministry's stakeholder engagement drive related to the introduction of the DOHPC seeks to engage a wide range of stakeholders, including students, teachers, and school administrators. But the exercise also takes into account the perspective of parents, community members, advocacy groups, including persons with disabilities, representatives from the creative sector, and industry and commerce professionals. President of the SVG Alzheimer's Disease and Dementia Association says it's time to act on Alzheimer's disease. This and other stories coming up when we return after the break. Stay with us.
Now available from all lotto agents. Gold Mine, a new $2 Instacash game with a top prize of $3,000. Gold Mine, so easy to play. If your numbers equals the bars of gold numbers in the same group, win the prize shown. You can win up to 3 times. Get your Gold Mine Instacash tickets where there's no waiting for a draw, and you can win on the spot. Gold Mine, another easy-to-win Instacash game from the National Lotteries Authority.
Welcome back. A march and a rally were hosted in Kingstown on Friday, September 27th, as the SVG Alzheimer's Disease and Dementia Association brings awareness to Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is a type of dementia that affects the memory, thinking, and the behavior of an elderly. Addressing the rally, which was held at the Victoria Park, Minister of National Mobilization, Kiesel Peters, explained that Alzheimer's disease not only affects the person with the disease, but the entire society.
It is more than just memory loss. It affects communication, mobility, and daily functioning, and it can be devastating for both individuals and their loved ones, often leading to emotional, physical, and financial challenges. Awareness is the first step toward change, and today's walk and rally is not just about the distance we covered, but the conversations we spark. Understanding the symptoms, progression, and challenges of Alzheimer's can help reduce the stigma. Awareness leads to understanding, and understanding fosters compassion and support for those affected. Together, we can break the stigma surrounding Alzheimer's and promote a more informed society. And today's rally is about making sure that people know they are not alone and there are resources and support available.
Peters further outlined some of the support that are offered for persons with Alzheimer's disease and family members.
Educational material, support groups, and advocacy organizations. The Ministry of National Mobilization, Social Development, Family, Gender Affairs, and Persons with Disabilities is charged with the portfolio for elderly persons and has collaborated with the SVG Alzheimer's Disease and Dementia Association to establish support groups for caregivers of older persons, particularly those with Alzheimer's and dementia. Our home health providers and supervisors who offer home care for our elderly clients in need of home care are a part of those support groups. They also encourage the family members of the clients of the home health program to be a part of these groups, as caring for older persons can be challenging. A key component of the ministry's portfolio is the Social Protection Division, which houses some of the largest social assistance programs in the country, such as the Public Assistance Program, where the majority of beneficiaries are elderly, and the Home Help Program, the Home Help for the Elderly Program, For the year to date, 2,617 older persons benefit monthly from the Public Assistance Program.
The time to act on Alzheimer's disease is now. This is according to President of the SVG Alzheimer's Disease and Dementia Association, Sylvia Gould, who noted that everyone should play their part in dealing with Alzheimer's disease.
These underlie the fact that the time to act on Alzheimer's disease and dementia is now. Unless we make inroads into education, awareness, and advocacy for people living with this condition, the number of cases will spiral out of control due to ignorance and fear. The time for waiting is gone. We have to begin now to put programs in place to reduce the number of persons with the disease, as well as to reduce the stigma and discrimination that is meted out to persons with this poorly understood condition. This is the responsibility of all, including this organization, government, healthcare workers, caregivers, family members, and friends, as well as the persons who are actually living with the disease.
The activities held to commemorate World Alzheimer's Disease Month has shown light on the disease in this country.
In 2019, 66% believed that it was a normal part. Unfortunately, last year, this increased to 80%. So it shows that there's a dearth of knowledge worldwide about these conditions. 88% of people living with dementia indicate that they experience discrimination. Over a quarter of people globally incorrectly believe there is nothing we can do to prevent dementia, with that number increasing from 20% in 2019, right? Particularly in lower and middle income countries. Again, another myth that we have to bust, that we can do something about dementias.
Minister of Health Honorable St. Clair Prince is currently leading a delegation at the PAHO Directing Council meeting today in Washington. The meeting will examine strategies for the elimination of certain diseases, the detection and treatment of chronic non-communicable diseases, or NCDs, and primary health care in the Americas. Those are our local stories. Coming up next, we have the VC3 Sports.
Now available from all Lotto agents. Gold Mine, a new $2 Insta-Cash game with a top prize of $3,000. Gold Mine, so easy to play. If your numbers equals the bars of gold numbers in the same group, win the prize shown. You can win up to 3 times. Get your Gold Mine Insta-Cash tickets where there's no waiting for a draw, and you can win on the spot. Gold Mine, another easy-to-win Insta-Cash game from the National Lotteries Authority.
Good day and welcome to the VC3 Sports for today, Monday, September 30th, 2024. I am Anthony Denny. First up in netball, St. Vincent and Grenadines' Vinci Jewels beat Grenada 59-50 last night at the Bosajo Indoor Facility Gros Islet to lift the 2024 ECCB International Series title. It was the Vincentians' 7th straight win in as many matches to claim the Gloria Ballantyne Trophy. The Vinci Jewels thus laid their hands on the title for the second time in this, the 4th edition, having won the competition in 2022 in Dominica. Meanwhile, the Vincy Jewels netball team was welcomed back to St. Vincent Island Grenadines today with a homecoming celebration and motorcade from the Argyle International Airport to Kingstown. Following a steamy physical charge skill-laden final, that's in football, Just Swiss Sports Sciences retained the SVGCC six-a-side football knockout challenge with a hard-fought sudden death penalty kick victory over iPhone Badness last Saturday, September 28th at the SVGCC campus playing field. James Grant sent the two-time champions ahead in the 12th minute, but the lead was short-lived as Malachi McMaster pulled iPhone Badness level 2 minutes later. That deadlock could not be broken in regulation time, nor after 10 high-quality penalty kicks. However, sudden death started. iPhone Badness missed their first, while Delano Benjamin stepped up and converted to secure top honors for Just Swiss Sports Sciences for a second year running. Just Swiss Sports Sciences reached the final after defeating Sports Sciences Dandadas 5-3 in their semi-final battle, while iPhone Badness took down Jabel Utes 4-2 in the other semi-final matchup. Meanwhile, the SVGCC will now begin their selection series day one fixtures on Tuesday. That's tomorrow, October 1st. At 12 p.m., Division of Technical Vocational Education Team 1 will take on Division of Technical Vocational Education Team 2. From 1 p.m., Year 1 Division of Arts Sciences and General Studies A, they will come up against Year 1 Division of Arts Sciences and General Studies B. And at 2 p.m., Year 1 Sports Sciences versus Year 2 Sports Sciences. The focus in the SVGCC football feast now turns to the second appetizer, the SVGCC Selection Series, a week of matches between the institution's students only, with a view of selecting the best players to represent the various divisions in the SVGCC Invitational Football Championship that is to follow. Meantime, the St. Vincent Island Grenadines Football Federation on Wednesday, October 2nd, will launch their Four Nations League matches, which will be held in the country on October 10th and 13th. The matches are scheduled to be held at the Arnesville playing field on those days from 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. St. Vincent Island Grenadines national football team Vincy Heat will play against El Salvador on the 2 nights under the lights. The SVG Football Federation is encouraging the public to come out and support the launch of the games and enjoy music, entertainment, ticket giveaways, and more. The public will also get to meet the team and also hear from their legendary coach, Ezra Hendrickson. In a historic celebration of her unprecedented achievements, St. Lucia's Olympic gold medalist Julian Alfred was honored with a series of prestigious awards and accolades last Friday, September 27th, officially designated as Julian Alfred Day. The island nation's government and its people came together to pay tribute to the 22-year-old sprint sensation who has made history and brought immense pride to St. Lucia on the global stage. The government, led by Prime Minister Philip J. Pear, announced several significant honors for Alfred during a celebratory event last Friday night. Among the most notable was the announcement that the Millennium Highway would be renamed the Julian Alfred Highway. In addition, a monument will be constructed in her honor at the new cul-de-sac roundabout. Alfred will also receive a government gift of EC $1 million, as well as a plot of land of her choice measuring 10,720 square feet. Furthermore, the Prime Minister revealed the plans for a Alfred commemorative stamp and a commemorative exercise book featuring photos of the Olympic champion, cementing her place in the nation's history. These grand gestures came after a whirlwind year for Alfred, who became the first St. Lucian to win a medal at the Olympic Games. She captured gold in the 100 meters and silver in the 200 meters at the 2024 Paris Olympics, further solidifying her status as a national hero. Earlier in the year, she won the 60-meter title at the World Indoor Championships in Glasgow and recently capped her outstanding season by winning the 100 meters Diamond League title in Brussels. That's the VC3 update for today, Monday, September 30th. I'm Anthony Denny, wishing you a pleasant evening.
That's the end of our VC3 News and Sports. Join us on our social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as the VC3 channel 114 for more updates. See you next time. I am Shadane McLean.